because I'm right here.
Literally
Right here.
there.
Yeah.
And right here. Ow.
You right there. You are right there.
My account. Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. Rolling.
Y'all better sit down because the scandal that just dropped is about to blow Porsha Williams' world and yours into smithereens. Barely days after bravely coming out as bisexual, Porsha's private life went nuclear when her ex, Duke Williams, leaked a tape nobody was ever supposed to see. Yes, a tape exposing her hidden romance with another woman. But hold your gasps, the drama doesn't stop there. Duke claims this isn't a one-off secret. He alleges Porsha has had 5 lovers, painting a portrait of lies, betrayal, and a meticulously curated public image that might have been smoke and mirrors all along. This leak didn't just fuel gossip. It ignited a full-blown social media war. Threads are flaming, comments are merciless. Some fans are dragging Porsha for deception. Others are calling her the victim of a controlling, narcissistic ex out to wreck her life. And Duke? He's cranking it up, teasing more private footage, dangling even juicier secrets like some twisted puppet master. Porsha's reality is upside down. Her fame, her credibility, every shred of control teetering by a thread. And in a jaw-dropping interview, she finally spoke. Porsha Williams finally broke her silence, spilling everything about relationships with both men and women while calling out Duke's controlling, narcissistic antics. She laid it all bare. She only trusts those who actually respect her. But thanks to Duke, her private life has become primetime ammunition. Divorce rumors, social media mudslinging, and jaw-dropping allegations of betrayal have tossed Porsha into a storm of shame, fear, and fury, a live nightmare the world is forced to watch. This isn't just another celeb scandal. It's a brutal, shocking collision of fame, hidden secrets, and public humiliation. And with Duke pushing the envelope even further, the next act promises to be darker, juicier, and completely unmissable. The internet won't survive this, and Porsha's life has officially morphed into a viral, explosive drama no one saw coming. Hold on to your seats, because the scandal about to erupt is so incendiary it could set the entire internet ablaze. Porsha Williams, the reality star everyone thought they knew, just had her world flipped upside down, and trust me, the chaos is far from over. Mere days after bravely coming out as bisexual, her private life was dragged into the spotlight in the most brutal way possible. Her ex, Duke Williams, leaked a private tape nobody was meant to see, showing Porsha in a secret romance with another woman. The moment it hit the web, social media went ballistic. The frenzy was instant, merciless, and relentless. Fans couldn't stop dissecting every frame, every whisper, every stolen moment. But Duke wasn't done yet. He claimed this secret fling was just the tip of the iceberg, alleging Porsha has had 5 hidden lovers, all carefully concealed to protect a picture-perfect public image. The allegations weren't just scandalous, they were designed to annihilate. This wasn't just a leaked tape anymore. It was a saga of secrecy, manipulation, and betrayal. For Porsha, the nightmare was real. She went from controlling her story to having it hijacked entirely, with the world watching every agonizing second. As the story spread, opinions clashed, and social media turned into a war zone. Some fans dragged Porsha, calling her deceitful, while manipulative, insisting she'd crafted a perfect public persona just for fame and applause. Meanwhile, others jumped to her defense, painting Duke as a vindictive, narcissistic ex hell-bent on destroying her reputation out of jealousy. Every post, comment, and share fanned the flames, transforming what might have been a private heartbreak into a full-blown public circus. The intensity of the reaction? Mind-blowing. Few celebrity scandals in recent memory have commanded this relentless level of attention. In an interview that stunned even her closest allies, Porsha finally spoke openly. She admitted to relationships with both men and women, exposing a side of herself the public had never seen. Her voice shook with anger, sorrow, and defiance as she detailed Duke's manipulative, narcissistic behavior and how his actions had turned her private life into a war zone. She confessed the struggle to find trust and safety, stressing that vulnerability is only possible with those who genuinely respect her. Yet Duke's threats had shattered that sense of security, making every private moment a ticking time bomb. And the leaks?
They weren't the end.
Duke hinted at even more private content, teasing future revelations that could devastate Porsha's reputation. The tension skyrocketed as Porsha fought back with legal threats, turning the stage into a high-stakes showdown between personal privacy and relentless public scrutiny. Every post, every leak, every comment became ammunition in the court of public opinion. The boundaries between courtroom battles, social media fury, and emotional devastation blurred, leaving Porsha Williams caught in a storm she could barely steer. Fans and critics alike became obsessed. Social media threads dissected her every move, while analysts and gossip channels debated motives, relationships, and consequences down to the tiniest detail. Public fascination reached a fever pitch. Every revelation hit harder than the last. Porsha's bravery in coming out as bisexual collided explosively with Duke's vindictive maneuvers, creating a perfect storm of drama, heartbreak, and chaos. This was no longer just a tale of betrayal. It had become a tragedy, a cautionary spectacle, and a non-stop viral saga all at once. As days passed, the scandal only deepened. Duke's claims about secret relationships during her marriage, combined with hints of more private footage, fueled fresh outrage. Porsha had to navigate a minefield, defending her truth, confronting her past, and battling an ex seemingly intent on ruining her life. The emotional toll? Immense. Fans watched someone they admired into a figure ensnared in an unrelenting scandal that seemed impossible to survive unscathed. Every revelation, accusation, and viral clip hammered away at her reputation. Every comment chipped at her credibility. Every rumor drove a dagger into her dignity. Porsha Williams' statements were raw, urgent, and deeply personal. She exposed the fear, shame, and isolation she endured as her private life became public ammunition. Her confessions about past relationships, vulnerabilities, and efforts to live authentically collided violently with Duke's manipulations, crafting a narrative that was tragic, sensational, and impossible to ignore. This scandal didn't just wound, it transformed. It shifted public perception, sparked debates, and forced the world to see Porsha in ways no one anticipated. This isn't just reality TV drama. It's a collision of fame, secrecy, betrayal, and courage, unfolding in real time. The internet cannot look away. Each post, each reaction, each headline ratcheted up the intensity. Porsha's story is tragic, shocking, and utterly viral. The tension is suffocating, the stakes astronomical, and the fallout far from over. And this is only the beginning. The world is glued to every move, every reaction, every revelation. The narrative is set, the drama unstoppable, and Porsha Williams' life has officially become a viral spectacle of heartbreak, fury, and relentless scandal. The chaos didn't pause after the first tape. From that moment, she was swept into a vortex of betrayal, public scrutiny, and ceaseless speculation. Duke Williams ramped up his campaign, dropping hints of even more private footage. Every claim was crafted to inflict maximum damage. Social media morphed into a war zone. Twitter threads tore apart every frame, expression, and word from Porsha's interviews. Instagram stories erupted with reactions, memes, and accusations. Fans debated motives, dissected timelines, and scrutinized every public appearance, as if building a case in court. The pressure on Porsha was suffocating, the attention relentless. Legal threats soon layered on top of the chaos. Attorneys on both sides readied for a battle as much about reputation and image as privacy. Porsha's team made it clear that any further leaks would trigger immediate legal action. But Duke's intimidation continued. The looming threat of more footage and private moments hung over Porsha like a storm cloud, turning every day into a high-stakes survival game. Public obsession with the scandal only intensified with each hour. Every post, every story, every rumor fanned the flames, transforming a personal nightmare into a global spectacle. Porsha's emotional turmoil was evident in every public statement. Her voice trembled with exhaustion, fury, and heartbreak as she recounted the humiliation of having her most private moments weaponized against her. She spoke candidly about relationships with men and women, asserting her right to live authentically while condemning the merciless invasion of her privacy. Her transparency was raw, her vulnerability impossible to ignore, and the world gawked with a mix of sympathy, judgment, and morbid fascination. Meanwhile, Duke exploited every platform to stay in control of the narrative. Cryptic interviews, social media teases, and hints of more private content kept the saga alive, stoking the frenzy. Every leak, every accusation, every sly insinuation became another viral headline. News outlets scrambled to cover the unfolding chaos, amplifying its reach and intensity. The scandal was no longer just social media gossip. It had infiltrated mainstream news, reality TV commentary, and every corner of online rumor mills. Fans were split. Some rallied behind Porsha, outraged by the invasion of her privacy and condemning Duke's malicious, vindictive actions. Others sided with Duke, citing alleged inconsistencies, secret affairs, and the hidden truths he claimed to hold. The polarization sparked a social media storm, with hashtags trending worldwide and debates escalating into viral battles. Beneath the public spectacle, deeper emotional layers were revealed. Porsha's struggles with trust and vulnerability were magnified under the spotlight. She shared the immense emotional toll of juggling fame, identity, and public scrutiny. The leak of private moments intensified her struggle, making every comment and interaction a potential trigger. Her fight had evolved beyond reputation. It was about dignity, control, and survival. As the story unfolded, legal filings went public, exposing the extreme intensity of the conflict. Confidentiality agreements, restraining notices, and court motions painted a picture of a war being fought both in courtrooms and across screens worldwide. Porsha's legal teams spotlighted the exploitation of her private content, the manipulation of public perception, and the malicious intent driving the leaks. Duke's counterclaims, meanwhile, centered on alleged dishonesty, secret affairs, and supposed evidence of a double life. Courtroom drama and viral online chaos blended seamlessly, creating a scandal impossible to ignore. Social media erupted with explosive intensity. Fans tore apart every word from Porsha's interviews, every tweet from Duke, and every commentary from celebrity pundits. The scandal became a masterclass in the collision of private life and public scrutiny. Every revelation, leak, and legal maneuver sparked new waves of discussion, speculation, and outrage. It was a raw, unfiltered, and utterly viral spectacle of modern celebrity culture. Yet through the storm, Porsha kept fighting. She gave interviews with poise and clarity, addressing every claim, reaffirming her authenticity, and dismantling the narrative Duke tried to control. Her bravery under relentless public scrutiny and personal betrayal inspired some, enraged others, and kept everyone glued to the drama. Every word, every statement became a viral moment, picked apart for hidden meanings, implications, and contradictions. The tragedy of the scandal was unmistakable. Porsha Williams' private life, once tightly guarded, had been ripped into public view. Her bravery in coming out as bisexual collided head-on with the cruelty of a vindictive ex, igniting a storm that threatened her reputation, emotional stability, and public image. The mix of leaked content, alleged secret affairs, and public confrontations crafted a narrative dripping with heartbreak, manipulation, and jaw-dropping revelations. As the saga unfolded, new layers emerged. Social media hinted at more private moments potentially waiting to surface, while rumors of additional relationships added even more fuel to the fire. Each new twist racked up millions of views, shares, and debates, turning the scandal from a fleeting headline into a prolonged viral phenomenon. This was no ordinary celebrity drama. It was emotionally charged, legally tangled, and socially explosive, weaving together fame, privacy, betrayal, and courage. The public watched, judged, debated, and shared every beat. Porsha's struggle became a lens for society to examine authenticity, identity, and the pitfalls of digital age fame. The intensity, paired with shocking revelations, ensured the story stayed front and center. Every post, video, and statement sent ripples across platforms, keeping the narrative alive, unpredictable, and utterly captivating. What was once a private tragedy had transformed into a global spectacle of viral drama, heartbreak, and relentless scandal. The story showed no signs of slowing. Legal battles, social media explosions, and emotional showdowns promised even more jaw-dropping revelations. Each day brought fresh headlines, new leaks, and endless speculation. Porsha Williams' journey through betrayal, exposure, and relentless public scrutiny had evolved into an unmissable saga, captivating millions, sparking heated debates, and redefining what a celebrity scandal could be. The public watched, horrified, riveted, and completely obsessed. The tale of betrayal, leaked secrets, and personal courage had become more than news. It was a cultural moment, a viral phenomenon, and a tragic collision of fame and private vulnerability. Every new detail, every revelation, every confrontation threatened to ratchet the intensity even higher, cementing this scandal as one of the most shocking, emotionally charged, and fully viral dramas of the digital age. The storm, weeks in the making, had reached a level no one saw coming. Porsha Williams, already at the heart of one of reality TV's most scandalous moments, now faced the crescendo of betrayal, exposure, and public scrutiny. Every move, statement, and reaction was magnified, analyzed, and broadcast to millions. Duke Williams, relentless in his pursuit, continued hinting at more private footage, more secrets, and even more shocking revelations, keeping Porsha's world teetering on the brink of total collapse. Public fascination had become insatiable, a frenzy of curiosity, outrage, and a desperate need to witness every devastating moment firsthand. Legal battles intensified as Porsha took decisive steps to protect herself. Courtrooms turned into arenas of drama, with attorneys debating leaked content, allegations, and privacy violations. Every filing, motion, and statement reverberated across media outlets, making this scandal not just a viral sensation, but a tangled web of legal and emotional warfare. The clash between private rights and public spectacle hit a breaking point, leaving Porsha Williams constantly navigating a high-stakes minefield that threatened to obliterate her reputation at any moment. Her emotional resilience was tested like never before. She bared the depths of her heartbreak, describing the humiliation of having her most intimate moments turned into weapons. Her voice shook as she recounted the relentless judgment over her sexuality, relationships, and personal choices, all while trying to maintain a public persona. The emotional toll was undeniable, a brutal collision of identity, fame, and unrelenting exposure. Every tear, word, and expression became viral fodder, dissected by fans and critics alike. Duke's relentless control campaign escalated further. Cryptic posts, hints at more private content, and veiled threats kept the scandal alive in the public eye. Social media exploded with speculation, outrage, and heated debate. Supporters of Porsha rallied, condemning Duke's actions as malicious and vindictive. Others amplified his claims, questioning Porsha's integrity and implying that hidden truths were finally about to surface.
Light.
The divisions sparked a full-blown media storm, with debates spilling across platforms, hashtags trending worldwide, and viral videos keeping the narrative alive and unstoppable. Behind the spectacle, Porsha Williams faced a personal tragedy of epic proportions. Trust was shattered, privacy obliterated, and the boundary between personal life and public consumption completely erased. Every interaction became a potential scandal, every comment a weapon, every revelation a spark for new waves of judgment. This battle had outgrown leaked content. It was now a war for dignity, control, and emotional survival in a world desperate to witness and exploit every vulnerability. The scandal's reach extended far beyond social media. Celebrity commentators, gossip outlets, and news channels amplified every development, turning each moment into a viral sensation. Analysts dissected timelines, relationships, and motives, while ordinary viewers furiously shared theories, opinions, and reactions. Each leak, accusation, and revelation accelerated the momentum, creating a relentless cycle of shock, outrage, and fascination. Amid the chaos, Porsha stood firm. Her public statements were raw, unfiltered, and deeply heartfelt, addressing claims, confronting false narratives, and reclaiming pieces of her story with courage and composure. She spoke with brutal honesty about the fear, shame, and betrayal she had suffered, exposing the emotional devastation of having her most private moments weaponized for entertainment. Her transparency stood as a bold defiance against the narrative Duke Williams tried to control, a courageous act that drew both admiration and ruthless scrutiny. The tragedy of the scandal deepened at the crossroads of fame, identity, and societal judgment. Porsha's ordeal became a lens for the public to explore authenticity, privacy, and the harsh consequences of life in the spotlight. Every reaction, viral clip, and heated debate mirrored the intensity of emotion and the weight of the unfolding drama. The collision of personal courage and public exploitation forged a story that was as gut-wrenching as it was sensational, making it impossible to look away. As the saga moved forward, new layers of tension surfaced. Legal battles threatened to reveal more secrets, while social media speculation fanned the flames of chaos. Duke's hints of more private footage kept the audience on edge, fueling engagement, clicks, and non-stop discussion. Public obsession with the scandal reached unprecedented heights, turning it into a cultural phenomenon that blurred the lines between news, entertainment, and pure voyeurism. Every day delivered new revelations, fresh conflicts, and viral moments that no one could ignore. Porsha Williams' struggle became the emblem of a modern celebrity caught between personal identity, fame, and unrelenting public scrutiny. Her bravery under constant attack exposed the human cost of scandal, the emotional toll of exposure, and the vulnerability that comes with living authentically. The story had evolved into an emotionally charged spectacle where heartbreak, defiance, and viral drama collided, captivating millions. The intensity reached its peak with shocking revelations. Social media leaks hinted at even deeper secrets, legal filings unveiled calculated manipulations, and her public statements showcased resilience amid devastation. Each piece reinforced the scandal's gravity, the depth of emotional turmoil, and the insatiable public fascination. Porsha's journey through betrayal, humiliation, and courage had become an unmissable saga of tragedy, viral drama, and relentless scandal. The final chapters remained unwritten, yet the story had already cemented itself in reality TV history. Porsha Williams' life, once fiercely private, had become a public saga of heartbreak, defiance, and viral intensity. The collision of fame, betrayal, and authenticity created a cultural moment that was shocking, tragic, and emotionally electrifying. Every leak, revelation, and confrontation ensured this scandal would stand as a defining example of modern celebrity culture, raw, relentless, and unforgettable. The world watched, riveted, horrified, and emotionally invested. Porsha's scandal had become more than news. It was a phenomenon, a tragedy, a viral drama of unprecedented magnitude. Legal battles, leaked secrets, and social media storms promised even more explosive twists ahead. The story of betrayal, resilience, and heartbreak had reached a climax impossible to ignore. This was a saga destined to shock, captivate, and dominate conversations for months, maybe years. The final truth had yet to emerge, but one thing was undeniable. Porsha Williams' life had become an unstoppable viral spectacle, a story of courage, tragedy, and jaw-dropping drama that would be etched into the minds of everyone watching. Every moment, revelation, and reaction ensured this was far more than a scandal. It was an emotionally charged, viral, and utterly unforgettable story of modern fame colliding with human vulnerability. And the chaos is far from over. The world is glued to every move, every reaction, every secret teetering on the edge of exposure. Porsha Williams' life has become a whirlwind of betrayal, heartbreak, and relentless public scrutiny, and the intensity shows no sign of slowing. Social media is ablaze with speculation, outrage, and raw commentary as each leaked detail, allegation, and confrontation fuels the fire, keeping the story viral and impossible to ignore. Fans and critics clash endlessly, dissecting her relationships, decisions, and the secrets Duke Williams threatens to reveal. The emotional stakes are staggering. Porsha is fighting not just for her reputation, but for control of her narrative, her dignity, and her right to privacy in a world unwilling to look away. Legal threats loom, adding pressure to an already explosive situation. Every cryptic post, subtle threat, and potential leak could push the scandal to shocking heights. The public's obsession fuels an unstoppable storm, turning every moment into a viral spectacle of heartbreak, fury, and raw human emotion. Porsha Williams' bravery in speaking her truth clashes violently with Duke Williams' attempts to control the narrative, creating a conflict so intense, so tragic, it feels like a reality TV apocalypse playing out in real time. The stakes are unprecedented, the tension suffocating, and the drama relentless. Every revelation, accusation, and viral clip ensures the story will dominate headlines, feeds, and conversations for weeks, if not months. Porsha's journey through exposure, scandal, and emotional devastation is far from over, and the world is glued to every shocking detail.
Stay tuned.
Watch closely. Every second matters, and the next chapter promises to be darker, more shocking, and utterly unmissable. This isn't just a story. It's a viral, tragic, and emotionally explosive spectacle unfolding live before your eyes. Don't blink, because when the next bombshell drops, nothing will ever be the same.